What up? The one and only master ceremony, the great one, Dane on the Longino show. We about to get it. Let's go.
Now, being a legend in this game,
Yes, sir.
you've seen all the eras. You've been through all the eras. What do you see different in this generation versus the time period when you?
Let me see, man. The first thing that stands out to me in regard to the new and old generation is the diversity and versatility of the sound. You know, everybody seems to have a similar sound, similar flow, similar thing like that. Where back in the days, you know, everyone wanted to be different and come with their own style and be recognized for their own dress, their own look, their own flow, their own beats, and you know, verbal expression and lyrical content. And I think a lot of that has been lost in today's youth. Not that it's a bad thing, because I hear a lot of great music out there, but I think that they can still add a little bit more versatility and really go outside of what's out there. But I understand why they're doing it, because they understand what sells, and what sells, it is about taking care of the family, so I'm not mad at it.
When it comes to the performance, artists of yesterday, like yourself, believed in that crowd participation, believed in understanding, entertaining the crowd, and in knowing how to also perform your song is exactly the way they hear it and exactly the way they remember on the radio or on the CD.
Right.
So, what is the difference you see in the performance also in today's generation versus the old generation?
All right, so to be honest, I haven't seen many of the young people perform. You know, I've seen a few performances, but the ones I've been impressed with, because they have a lot of energy. You know what I mean? They bounce around on stage and they jumping up and they getting the crowd into it. As for crowd participation, I don't really see a lot of that, but I think that's one of the main parts of hip hop. You know, crowd participation has always been a part of bringing the crowd into your performance and making you feel like they are part of the actual performance and what's going on stage. I think if you can bring the crowd in and they saying ho and yeah, and or they following after what you're saying, or even singing along with you, that means they're engaged. And the more they can be engaged, other than just seeing you up there jumping around and not really engaging with them, it's incredible to me. But I don't know if the new audience really care about it. You know what I mean? It seems like they like what's going on. They're bouncing around, they're jumping up and down, they're singing the song. So if it works, it works. I would, you know, all the young artists that I mentor, I tell them that crowd participation needs to be a part of your show. You know, don't just rap at the crowd. I don't care how big your hit is. Do not just rap out at the crowd. Make sure that you are bringing them into the performance by giving them something to say and be a part of.
What new artists do you like today? Like, what are the new artists? Who are you listening to right now?
Well, first and foremost, I always listen to my son, Young Dane. So check him out. Go to SoundCloud, Young Dane Music. But you know, I spend a lot of time listening to Sirius Satellite Radio. So I listen to Hip Hop Nation and The Heat, and they give me a variety of some of the new artists that's out there. So when it comes to that, I might not be able to call their names out as much, but I like songs from different cats. I can't say I like all that stuff, because I really don't go out and purchase it, because I don't know if they made the music for me. You know, I think they made the music for the younger generation, but you know, there's some songs that gravitate towards me. So Migos, I've listened to Migos, and I like some of his joints.
They dope.
I like, of course, you know, Drake, because he has a variety of stuff that he's doing. I like, what's my boy? I got two phones.
Kevin Gates.
Kevin Gates. I like that. Yeah. In my mind, just flipped on that one. I couldn't remember him right off the bat. I like him. I like the Broccoli song. You know what I mean? Not so much. I didn't even know Lil Yachty was on that, but I like that song.
Where would you like to see the industry head within the next 5 years?
So, you know, hip-hop is now a universal form and culture that has spread through past religion, past language, and whatever else they have there. That's what we wanted from day one. I want hip-hop to continue to grow. Where it's at right now, evidently it will not stay here. As you've seen, hip-hop has grown in leaps and bounds. We started from somewhere, with Grandmaster Flash, Cool Herc, and African Bambaataa. We moved on to the Furious Five, Cold Crush, Fantastic Five MCs. We took that level to Houdini, Run DMC, the Beefy Boys, LL Cool J, and then it became the Dane, the Slick Ricks, the Big Daddy Kanes, the Rod Kims, the KRS-Ones, and a whole plethora of other cats. Then we moved into the EPMDs and the Naughty by Natures, the Ice Cubes, the NWAs, the West Side. Then we moved to down south with the Ludacris's and the MC Shy D's, and even though he's way back at the beginning, and the whole South movement, Jermaine Dupri. So I want hip hop to just keep going. It's going to make its own path. It's going to do its own thing. I can't really say. I remember when younger, I said, and I did an interview, and I said, me and Salt and Pepper and the whole Idol Maker crew, we're going to take hip hop where it's supposed to be, but that's not true. The new generation is going to always take it and make it something new and make it their voice. And hip hop is a voice for urban America, and now it's becoming a voice for the whole world. I think hip hop has done more to bring people together just as much as the internet has done. All right, we have crossed everything, and it's a language and a culture that everybody can be a part of and feel like they can be a part of no matter what their language is. So I want to continue to grow like that. I want hip hop to eventually be the barrier, not the barrier, the glue that brings humanity together. That's what I'm looking for. I want hip hop to be about humanism, and it's not about your race, it's not about your religion, it's not about your color, it's not about none of those things. It's only about us seeing a common ground that we all here together, and that is a culture that ignites unity, arts, creativity, and just love. So I think that's where it needs to come back to. I know the money aspect is blowing out. We are billions and billions and billions. We're heading towards trillions for hip hop, and I just want people to continue to open their mind and embrace hip hop, not as what it is or what it was, but what it will become. And what it will become is the biggest cultural magnet that has ever been created.
For artists of your caliber, a legend in the game, what does it mean for you to still be able to travel the world and know that the fans are still want to hear Dane, they still want to see him live, and to know that you can still come out here and give a good performance and still perform at a high level?
The answer is only two words: a blessing.
Okay.
It really is a blessing, man. Who knew when I did this 30 years ago that I'd still be performing? 30 years. I did it with the hopes of that, but nobody knew. None of us. A lot of cats who started me 30 years ago are not getting shows, are not performing in front of crowds. I didn't know any better either, but I was doing it from heart and love. And guess what? It's carried me. Heart and love has carried me all the way 30 years later now. So it's a blessing. If I could say something else, I would, but it's a blessing, man. It's an absolute blessing.
You and Slick Rick are close. What was one of the biggest lessons that you ever learned from him?
From Slick Rick?
Yeah.
The big lesson I learned from Slick Rick is, let me think, man. I learned so many lessons from Slick Rick. But recently, over the last 10 years, especially when I started performing again, he told me, Dane, when you get out on stage, just make sure you have a good time. Everything else will work itself out. And that's one of the biggest lessons he taught me, recently.
Give artists of today, anybody who wants to be successful in this business, whether they're just starting out in business or they're currently in the business, give them 3 keys to success.
3 keys to success in this business would be education, honing your talents and your skills, and consistency.